The moons colliding in Lavender and God's Menu trailer was just the tip of the iceberg in their lore. And now that the worlds got destroyed completely in Social Path, they are now lost in the multiverse, jumping worlds to worlds. They caused a lot of damage in those universes that they go to. It resulted them to go back in time, resetting everything that they lost, creating more timelines than they should. In that sense, we've seen them resetting the timeline for the first time in Double Knot. They lost their power to the government, so they decided to let go of it in Yellowwood. And when they discovered the parallel world, they decided to go in the other world, resulting Jingin to get left behind. That's why in the end of Astronaut, we've seen them in the same building IMU took place. And in this new trailer that came out for Megaverse, we've seen them in the same elevator that was used in Ordinary trailer. It's hinting us that Megaverse and the Ordinary trailer took place at the same time. The security guy falling scene parallels to Felix. In this scene, there are a lot of different locations in the television. This one especially looks like the one where Jingin and Felix was in the Ordinary trailer, and there's a CCTV at the back, which would bring us back to the Stray Kids in the Megaverse trailer. It looks like they are threatening the security, but at the same time the security resembles Jingin because of the glasses that he's wearing in the Ordinary trailer. When the security recovered from the fall, he came back to his post, wherein Lino was waiting for him while looking at the newspaper that he's holding, and when he saw the headline, he looked perplexed, not knowing what to do. But then again in the Ordinary trailer, it was revealed that Felix is missing. In the No Easy trailer, we've seen Felix using his powers, and it eventually got stronger and stronger in the next comebacks. But the problem is, he can't control it that well. That's why in S-Class, when he and the SWAT team were trying to defeat the octopus, he accidentally traveled to a different universe again, which makes sense why he was missing in the newspaper. While for Lino, he and Felix are like twins. He also could travel the multiverse, but for him, he's wiping out other variants of Stray Kids. Speaking of Lino, in one of Mix's guide in their Mixtopia, they hinted that there's a man trying to corrupt their world, and in this picture, you could see the flames that seems to be corrupting the sweet oasis. And for a while I thought it would be Felix, but then I realized that it's actually not him, but Lino. And Lino keeps breaking the fourth wall since Ordinary. The fall affected him like how it affected Felix. That's why in the new trailer, he's doing what he can to find him to prevent what is at stake since Felix can't control his powers. In the Lavender trailer, it was the first time we got a glimpse of Felix's power, and he used it to collide the worlds in the original and parallel world. But beneath that, the reason why it happened was not because of him, but it's Sungmin and Han's doing. In the original world, when Sungmin went inside the elevator, we've seen that he saw Jisung from the parallel world when they touched each other's hand to reach out. It caused a disruption in both worlds, and when the two variants of Jisung touched the portal, it finally led them to the door. That's why in God's Menu, the whole world stopped because of it. In every universe, there is an elevator that could take them to other universes. And in Elevator, Jisung was the first one to discover the elevator. And for those who don't know, Jisung actually got switched with his clone too, as you can see here. These two versions of Stray Kids are different, and when this Stray Kids, who are the originals, followed him, we could differentiate them from the ones who chased Jisung to the field. That's why in Lavender, it would make sense how he knows that Sungmin was there in the elevator, and in side effects it was hinted that he's missing too. There are only 8 people in the bus, which is supposed to be 9, but in the previous scene we saw him looking at the floating city, which could really tell us that he's from there too. That would mean the one who Sungmin was with in the elevator in Lavender trailer is his parallel self, the clone. But then again, I couldn't really tell how did the clone Jisung and the original Stray Kids met in Elevator. But one thing's for sure, Jisung met the clones here. That's why when Felix reached the last floor in Ordinary, wherein Hyunjin was waiting for him, he pushed Felix to the portal, causing him to change and be lost in the multiverse,